I'm Charlie Thomas, and I'm on air from 6 to 10 weekday mornings here in the Eagle. Growing up in Memphis, music was in my DNA. I had Sun Studios right around there with rockabilly. Stax Records was there with soul. So I had that with blues just infused in me. And I learned music. I learned to play piano and guitar and started playing with amplifiers and audio equipment. So that got me into sound processing. I got a cheap reel-to-reel recorder when I was 12 years old, and I was fascinated by it. Recording the cat's meow, my parents arguing, "Turn that thing off!" I had loved music so long. I'd been fascinated by audio, recording and manipulating audio. And there are some points in your life you make a leap, and I decided to do that. I had a friend who had been in college radio, and she suggested it to me. It was 2 turntables and a microphone. You were literally queuing up 45s, vinyl records, and using reel-to-reel recorders and razor blades to splice the tape and then tape them together. And it was like a juggling act. And I realized very quickly that radio was my destiny. And now 35 years later, it's still magic. When I come up to a microphone and speak, my mantra with radio is one-on-one with 100,000, because there may be 100,000 people listening right now, but it's still a message that I deliver one-on-one. It's a very intimate medium. Since we're able to stream our audio signal as well, we're not only reaching people within the site of our tower, we're reaching people around the world, and sometimes we'll hear from them. Social media allows you to get to know your listeners. They're bonded with the show. Maybe they're contributing something I'm saying, whether it's a phone call or winning a contest or going to an event that we sponsor and being part of that. I've led dozens of snow buses up into the Sierra, learned to scuba dive with Charlie, and racing cars at 100 miles an hour, and talk about the new model of the Ford that came out. So I'm willing to take on a new adventure and try it out. In fact, for me to talk about a product or a service, I want to use it personally so that I know what the experience is like. I can share it with some other people. Let's make these points here and this point here, but then come up with something that's going to be creative and entertaining. So when a client wants me to endorse a product or a service, I think I can do it in a way that will make them curious about it as well. And we can help tailor that message to attract those listeners and hopefully attract them to our clients. I love encountering listeners at places like concerts and say, "Hey, Charlie, I like listening to you." We'll have a conversation about the artist, and I like to think that I'm a good listener as well. So that person goes away thinking that they've been able to share some of their thoughts with me as well. We've had a bonding experience where when radio works, it's a win-win-win relationship.